What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with a really nice unboxing video. I've got a couple of really cool, very unique items that I think you guys will find pretty entertaining. I've got these through a private sale, and this is the second of my 4 payment plans I'm in the middle of right now. So I'm juggling a lot, but I hope to be done with all the payment plans by the end of September. So we'll see what happens. But these two, I could not resist. They are extremely rare, and so let me get them out of the box and we'll take a closer look. Hold on one second. Okay, we are back, and I'm going to go ahead and just dive right in. A couple of really, really rare examples here for you. The first one is crazy. This is a Lobot figure, and I'm going to see if I can get him to focus here. This is a Lobot, but you'll notice that there's no weapon. Well, the reason for that is this is a first shot torso pull. And so this is a pre-production item where the engineers at Kenner were testing the torsos to make sure that they fit okay, or that the mold looked good after doing some sample runs. And so this is what's called a first shot torso pull. Longtime collectors probably know what that means, but for those that maybe are not familiar, essentially, like I said, the engineers are testing to make sure that the torso, will fit with the rest of the figure, with the rest of the line, and fit in the bubbles on the card and things like that, and the colors and all that kind of stuff. So this is truly a prototype figure. It's non-sonic welded, so the head is a little bit loose, as you see there. But it is a torso pull. So let's take a look at the grading. Let's see here. You can see how the head kind of wobbles there. This is a Kenner Star Wars first shot torso pull Lobot hard torso, and it came back with a qualified 85. Now, because this figure, is not complete, and because it's a pre-production item, AFA uses their qualified scale for all these types of figures. So that's what that Q means on the side there. And I'm really worried about that head popping out, but I have shaked it around a little bit, and they've designed the case such that it will not pop out. But as you can see, the torso is not sonically welded. So in my opinion, this case is terrible compared to what CAS does with their non-sonic welded contraptions. But it does work. It holds it together. But it is a hard torso, so it's a different type of plastic than what was used in the final Kenner figure, the retail product. But essentially, it's a pre-production piece. Let's take a look at the CIB, the certificate of authenticity that AFA includes for all these types of rare figures. But this was graded in March of this year. It came back with an 85. 1980 Kenner Star Wars first shot torso pull Lobot variation hard torso. So there are different variations with regard to these torso pulls. In this case, it's a hard plastic torso. Obviously, there are first shot torso pulls with the standard plastic, and they're just noted as such, as long as you can document it. So what's interesting, though, is that for aesthetic purposes, it says origin ex-Kenner employee. As with other torso pulls on the market, the arms, legs, and head are production and included for display aesthetics. So what that means basically is that the arms and legs and the head are just production, extra parts that were added probably after the fact, once the torso was acquired and then submitted to AFA. You can submit just the torso to some of the grading companies, and I've seen that with just the torso piece, or if it's just the legs, just the leg piece, things like that. But in this case, whoever submitted this took the standard Kenner legs, arms, and head and added it to the first shot torso. But it's a really cool figure. It's, since it's pre-production. I don't know if for those of you who who follow these, if you go on eBay and type in Star Wars torso pull or first shot, you'll see just how crazy some of the prices are. I did not pay those prices. I'll tell you that. The seller was extremely generous with the pricing for this, and it really, honestly, wasn't that much more than a standard Kenner figure. So he was super generous with it, and it will be a very cool addition to my collection. So that is that one, and then I've got one other one that came with it, and it's a lot more unique. This is also a pre-production piece. This is another Lobot, and I'll go ahead and show you the label. It's a first shot head pull clear plastic, and so what this is that the head is now the pre-production piece instead of, you know, this one, which the torso is the pre-production piece. So you know, basically parts of the figures are the pre-production pieces with the retail pieces added after the fact. You can see how different the torso is on the pre-production versus the final figure. So it's a little bit darker in color, but how unique is that, though, to see a true pre-production head that's clear plastic like that? And so this is another example of where the engineers were testing the head mold to make sure that you know, the figure worked. This one is apparently, let me see, this one is sonically welded. So the, you know, the arms and legs and the head and all that, these were all, you know, final production, but I guess they clearly wanted to test the headshot to make sure that it looked like the figure and things like that. But very, very cool, clear plastic, first shot head pull, and then a first shot torso pull, both on separate figures, and both are 85 qualified grades. Here's the CIB for this one. Same story, this was graded the exact same day. It's a first shot head pull, clear plastic, which is the variation. Additional notes: origin, Kenner, ex-Kenner employee. As with other head pulls on the market, the arms, legs, and torso are production and included for display aesthetics. So, you know, who knows how this was sonically welded on there, but it is sonic. You know, the head is sonically welded into the figure, and you know, just a really cool kind of pre-production. You know, I don't have any true pre-production pieces that are labeled on the AFA label. You guys saw my double telescoping Luke, which has engineering prototype notes in the CIB, but not on the label. But these are true pre-production since they are labeled as such, and it's kind of nice to have both of them together. So one pre-production torso and one pre-production clear head, and just really epic pieces, and I'm very excited to add them to my collection. So that is really all I had. I've got one really cool item coming probably in about 10 days or so that I'm excited to show you. And it's, I'll give you a hint, it's the second most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.